boys and girls. I'm at Tuscany Hills. I did Zoom all morning, and then I tested, and then I ran to school. I did a little bit of cleaning, and now I'm gonna record some lessons. So I am here in the classroom. I'm not really ready to show it to you yet though, okay? I'll kind of go like that so you can see, but you can tell. They're bringing some tables in for me. We're gonna rearrange some things and get it all ready for when we go back, when you guys come to the classroom, okay? It'll be really nice when you come, I promise. But since I'm here, I decided to, this is a Nat Geo Big Book that we need to read this week. Okay, we're on Unit 7, and it's all about community and careers. Careers are jobs, and this book is called Career Day. It's a little bit long, so if you want to, you can listen to me read the story, maybe take a little break, and then turn it back on and watch me do the pages, okay? So we're gonna do some Nat Geo workbook pages. So this is called Career Day, and the story is by Anne Rockwell. Okay, she is the author of the story, and the illustrations are by Lizzie Rockwell. Maybe they're sisters. They could be. Could be a mother-daughter, we don't know, but they have the same last name. Okay, here is the title page, Career Day, and I'm gonna go ahead. Now they're saying, who's in the story? Who are the characters? Let's try to go over this fast because the book is so long, and I'm trying to get the best lighting here. Okay, who's in the story? Pablo and his father. So when we're reading, those are gonna be two of the characters. Oh wow, Machiko and her mother. Looks like they're drawing there. Mrs. Madoff and her husband, and Sarah and her grandmother. Okay, and let's turn this around. Evelyn and her mother, Jessica and her mother, Sam and his father, Evan and his father, Mrs. Cisco and Professor Alcorn. Now I have to be honest, I've never read this book before. This is the first time. I'm not sure why, because we've had this reading program for a few years, but I must have skipped it. Okay. Ooh, I like this. Okay. Right now, they're in the classroom. There's the children in the classroom. They're sitting on the floor. I can tell because look, the toys over here, and then they've got their name tags here. When special visitors come to our school, they tell us about the work that they do. Today, it's my turn to introduce my visitor. So they're letting the kids bring us a visitor to the classroom, okay? And they're gonna talk about their jobs. What if I forget what I'm supposed to say? My teacher, Mrs. Madoff, says sometimes that happens, not just to me, but to everyone. So this is the teacher, and she's going, don't worry, you're gonna do a good job sharing. Okay, there it is. Here he is, right on time. Good morning, Mr. Lopez, everyone says. Good morning, boys and girls, my dad says. So he gets to bring his daddy to school so that his dad can tell the kids what his job is, what he does for work. This is my dad, I say. He drives a bulldozer. He's helping build our new library. Wow, there's his daddy. That's a big machine, isn't it? It's moving the dirt so they can get ready to build a new library. Oh, that's an important job, isn't it? Okay, next we meet Machiko's mother. She writes books for us to read. Oh, how exciting. She's an author. And it looks like maybe she does her own illustrations too. Let's see. She draws the pictures in them too. She is very good at drawing mice. So she's an author and an illustrator, and that's her mommy. That's a pretty important job, isn't it? That would be fun to write children's books, I think. Okay. Guys, you know, I'm gonna try turning this and so that I have the light behind me so that this is a little bit better. Oh yeah, I think that's better. I'm not gonna reread what I just read though. Okay, Mrs. Madoff, Madoff's visit is her husband. Oh, that's her teacher. Her husband's coming to school. He's a scientist called a paleontologist. Well, I know what they do. They study dinosaur bones and artifacts and fossils. He just got back from South America, where he was digging for dinosaur bones. The bones will tell us about dinosaurs that lived a long time ago. He's finding this huge dinosaur bone. He's dusting it off and getting all the dirt off of it. Wow, that's a pretty important, exciting job. Paleontologist, that is called. Okay, here's another job. Here's another student. This is Sarah. Sarah's visitor is our crossing guard. She brings Sarah to school every day because she is also Sarah's grandmother. Oh, isn't that nice? She works at this school. She holds up the stop signs for people when they're driving in the parking lot. And she says, stop, let the kids cross the street. That's her grandmother, Sarah's grandmother. Ooh, I think I know what this job is. Evelyn's mother is a nurse in a hospital. We have a couple nurses in our classroom, don't we? We've got a few. Okay, she takes care of all the newborn babies in our town. Isn't that exciting? So Evelyn's mommy works in a hospital. Now, she's not in the hospital now. That's just a little baby doll, I think, huh? Oh, this is the real hospital. She tells us those babies are very, very cute, but they sure do cry a lot when they're hungry. So that's Evelyn's mother working at the hospital with all these babies. That would be a fun job. If I was going to be a nurse, I think I would want to work with the babies. Jessica's mother takes care of animals. You guys know her job? She's a veterinarian, and I think she's looking at a guinea pig. There's her little medical bag. She's a veterinarian, the kind of doctor who makes sick animals better. Aww, she's taking care of that big, beautiful dog. That is a very important job, being a veterinarian. Sam's visitor drives the sanitation truck that carries our garbage to the big town dump. Hey kids, remember to recycle, Sam's father says. He's telling everybody to throw in your plastic, your bottles, and your cans so they can recycle. Okay, so that's Sam, and that's his daddy. I wave to him whenever he comes down our street. He's going, hi kids. Picking up the trash, putting it in the big trash can. Evan's father wears a leather apron that holds the tools he uses all the time. He shows us how to hammer a nail. What do you think his job is, boys and girls? If he has tools and a hammer. Oh, here he is. Wow, look at that nice shop. I can tell he's building something. I think we will find out in just a minute here. Oh, I think he's building furniture. They're not telling us, yeah, because look at, see the chairs. Looks like he's making a table. He's got a saw. Yep, I think he's building furniture. Today, it's my teacher, Mr. Cisco's turn to introduce his special visitor. Hold on. He says, I'd like you to meet Professor Alcorn. He's my teacher at college. Oh, how exciting. This is their teacher. And this teacher has a teacher. Hey, I never knew grown-ups had teachers too. Did you guys know that? Well, you know what? I have to take a class. All week I have to take classes in the afternoon. So I'm gonna have some different teachers too. We have training. Grown-ups sure have interesting work to do. Yeah, they do. Look at all the grown-ups stayed in the classroom. They're gonna hang out for a while and play with the kids. I bet they love it. And so do we. Look at all the kids, their important work. They're painting and building and watering plants. Nice. I wonder what I'll be when I grow up. So they were having like a career day at school and having grown-ups come and tell about their jobs so that the kids can kind of figure it out. You guys have a long time before you need to get a job, right? Maybe 20 years, at least 15 years, I would guess, till you have to get a job and decide what you want to do when you grow up, right? So you might change your mind. It looks like he wants to be a fireman. She wants to be a veterinarian. Okay, oh, I think he wants to be a baker. Can't tell, is that a policeman or a conductor? Oh yeah, she's selling tickets. Okay, a worker, a construction worker. Well, I like that story. Now, there's actually another one that I have to read. Yeah, what are we at? We're at 8 minutes, so I'll try to do this fast. Now, in the back of the book, it's like, well, how do you find a job, huh? When you're a grown-up and you want a job, where do you go to look for a job? Well, sometimes if you graduate from college, they help you find a job. But you know what? They have something in the newspaper or magazines, in the back of little ads. They have something called the Help Wanted ads. So this is like an advertisement. It says Help Wanted. How do people find jobs? Job ads are short notes that tell about jobs. Many people look for job ads in a newspaper. So she's looking in the newspaper, she has a pen, and if she sees a job she likes, maybe she'll circle it, maybe she'll give them a call and say, can I have an interview? I wanna see if I can work at your shop or store or office. What does a job ad look like? A job ad tells about the job. It tells who to ask about getting the job. Here are some job ads. Now these are kind of silly. They're trying to make them fun. They're saying babysitter wanted. Help needed playing with younger brother. Talk to baby Jose. So they're going, we need a babysitter that likes to play with the kids. Baker wanted. Help making cookies and cakes on Sundays. Talk to abuela. Abuela is grandma. So grandma needs some help to bake cookies on Sundays. House helper wanted. Help cleaning the kitchen. Afternoons from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Meet mom in the kitchen. They're saying if you want to answer this ad, you could just come to the house, meet in the kitchen, see if you can be a good house cleaner. Dog walker wanted. Help needed to walk our dog. See Pedro, the dog in the backyard. So if they, instead of going to an interview, they want to see if the dog likes him, right? You don't want to get a dog walker and the dog doesn't even like the person. You got to get somebody friendly who's good with animals, right? Okay, now I've got just a little bit more, you guys. All right. People can find job ads in many places. So the first one we talked about was in the newspaper. Now on the internet, see how he's looking on the computer? I think most people nowadays probably start here, right? They go on the computer and they look for jobs. There's lots of different sites that help people find jobs nowadays. Sometimes you go to a restaurant or somewhere and there's a sign in the window that says help wanted. This one says now hiring. And sometimes you can find a job like that. Sometimes people post jobs on bulletin boards and they'll leave, you know, the phone numbers and the addresses and they'll say you can apply here. Then you have to go get an application and fill out all your information. What kind of job ad would you write? Okay, help wanted. Oh, maybe she wants help doing her homework, huh? Help wanted. Someone to help us with all of our schoolwork. Or help wanted. Maybe she wants somebody to come babysit. Maybe they need a babysitter. Okay, and I think I'm going to skip that and we'll take a look at the workbook pages. So I'm going to flip this around. We've got 3 Nat Geo pages to do today, and then we are going to start our new letter tomorrow. Okay, the last page we did, which was actually, oh, I am so sorry, did we do this one? Oh yeah, we did this one on Friday because Monday we did the handwriting page. I got a little mixed up. Okay, this page, there's a picture of people in the park and they're doing different things. Okay, there's some people teaching. This word says teach. These are verbs, action words. There's some people here are learning. This says learn. Some people are helping. This says help. This says work, and this says listen. So I'll go over those again because you might forget those. But the directions say to take a crayon. You're going to switch off colors. So why don't we just start with red? Okay, I'm going to start with red. Now I'm going to circle the first word, teach. Teach. And then I'm going to go look at this picture. I think I'm going to go like this so that you can see it better. Do you see anyone teaching in this picture? I do. Here's a teacher. It looks like maybe she's a teacher in school and they're taking a little field trip and they're going to learn about the trees. So she takes them to the park. So this lady here is teaching, so I'm going to circle her with red. Okay, now you know what? When I first looked at that, I thought she was teaching the dog a trick, but it looks like the dog has a owie and she's putting a Band-Aid, so I think we're going to wait, okay, with that one. Okay, the next word is learn. Why don't we go ahead and just use rainbow colors? And you know what, boys and girls, you could use different colors than I am. It's okay, as long as they match up here. Watch, I'm gonna go learn. Okay, who's learning something here? Okay, I think they're working, and I think she's helping. Oh, the kids, right? They're learning about trees. I'm gonna circle the whole group here. It's not really a circle, it's kind of a funny shape like that. All right, and that matches. Learn here, teach here. There's red, orange, here's yellow. This is help, okay? Help. Well, it's definitely the little girl. She's helping the doggy. Well, I would say both of them are because he's holding on to the doggy so he doesn't get scared. And she's putting a Band-Aid on his paw. Okay, this one says work. Let's get another color here. Let's get green. Green. Who's doing work in this picture? Oh, definitely. He's raking and he's using the blower to get all the leaves off the path so people can walk. Okay, so that was this. Oh, and then there's listen. Let's use a blue for that. And where's my blue? Here it is. I'm going to circle listen. Now, actually, I think this person has his hand up like this because he's trying to listen, but It's so loud because he's making noise. You know, what we can do is, I think he is trying to listen. He has his hand up, or maybe he's trying to block the noise. I'm gonna go ahead and circle that with a blue and a green. Definitely the kids, they're listening to their teacher. So some of them are gonna have 2 circles, right? Okay, good job. Now, let me go ahead and open up. Now this, boys and girls, is gonna be easy. It just says read sentences with our sight words, and there are so many sight words in here. And then there's also gonna be CVC words. I'm gonna write that up here, CVC words with you in the middle, with I see one, right here, I see one, okay? I'm gonna hold it up like this, and I'm gonna read like this. I dug, like you dig a hole. I dug and dug. You see they're digging right here, okay? Look, it can go here. So I'm reading these to you. You can practice them. You can read them out loud to a grown-up. You can make me a video. Some of you guys like to do that, and I love seeing them. Or you can just use a highlighter, and then I'll know that you did it. Okay, we are hot in the sun. See how they all go together? They're digging the holes. Oh, and look what they're doing. They're planting the seeds in the holes. It's getting hot because they're working so hard. It says, this jug is good for us. They've got a jug of water and they're watering those seeds. And the very last one says, come and look. Here is a bud. We talked about a bud the other day. There's a little sprout that's coming out, and it's got a little flower on it. A bud is a plant that's just coming up, and it hasn't quite bloomed or blossomed yet. All right, I'll do it one more time. I dug and dug. Look, it can go here. We are hot in the sun. This jug is good for us. Well, if they're hot, they can water the plants, and they can maybe water down their foreheads and cool down. Come and look, here is a bud. So here they're working so hard, and then they get a plant in the end. Okay, one more page, guys. We're gonna do the ones that's on the back. We're gonna do the one that's on the back. This one has to do with the book I read, the big book. I actually read the big book. The story was called Career Day, and then the little thing in the back was called Help Wanted. Remember the advertisements for jobs? It says, read the headings on the chart. Okay, children should draw 1 job from Career Day and 1 job from Help Wanted. Oh, there were so many good jobs for Career Day. I'm just gonna flip through real quick. You guys remember all those jobs that people had? I'm gonna flip through, and I'll just kind of let you know all the people that came to the classroom. Oh, I remember that. Let's see. What's that little boy's name here? Sorry about that. The little boy's name. I don't see it. Pablo. His father drove the big bulldozer. Remember that? So if you want to talk about this job, okay, being a bulldozer driver. Oh, she was the author and the illustrator. That's another job we could write about or draw a picture of. Okay, and then remember this one. Mrs. Madoff's husband was a paleontologist. If that's a job that you would like, you could draw a picture of that one. And remember the grandma, she was a crossing guard. She holds up the stop signs for kids to cross the street. Oh, the nurse. I think this is the one I'm gonna do. Because if I had another job besides a teacher, I would probably want to be a nurse. My sister was a nurse. And then this, oh, a veterinarian. I bet a lot of you guys are gonna say that. If you don't want to take care of people and babies, you might want to take care of animals, right? All right, and how about a garbage truck? A sanitation worker where you come pick up the trash and get to drive in that cool big truck. Ooh, or maybe you like to be like Evan's father. Remember, he was a builder. I think built furniture. Maybe you want to be like this. Remember, the teacher's professor. He had a professor, so he was also a teacher. Okay, we got a lot of good ideas there. I'm gonna pick the nurse. So for Career Day, if I could pick a different job, I would pick a nurse, and I would definitely be a baby doctor or nurse. I think that would be fun, especially in delivery. So you get new babies and you would get to hold them, huh? I'm gonna pretend like I'm holding a blanket here, and there's a little newborn baby in there. Okay, and so here's the baby all, and there, I would have my arm here, maybe one of my arms here. I'm gonna make a, okay, I'll show you real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna say nurse, nurse. I'm gonna write it there just so, but you don't have to pick nurse like me. Okay, a nurse and a baby nurse. I think I'll add that. And then remember the help wanted, all those ads? They were looking for a babysitter, they were looking for a baker, they were looking for a house cleaner, and they were looking for a dog walker. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm looking for a dog walker. So one job from that. And in fact, I have to tell you, when I go back to work, I need to find somebody to come to my house and walk Romeo every day, because I had a girl and she moved. And oh, Romeo, oh boy, he is gonna miss me so much because he's used to having me home now. All right, so here's the leash, and I will show you in a minute. And you don't have to put what I'm putting. You can make up your own, okay? Wouldn't it be fun if I could just bring Romeo to school with me? I think so, but they won't let me do that. Here, I'll put a sun up here. And then I'm gonna write down here, dog walker. So what you're doing is you're drawing a picture of two different jobs. One of them is for from the first part of the story about the career day, and then the second one was one of the jobs from the help wanted story, okay? Remember, you don't have to do what I did. You can pick your own. And I finished writing that, the baby nurse or the dog walker. Okay, that's it. That's 3 pages. Bye.